Yay, it worked. I'm always confused first thing in the afternoon. It's amazing I actually managed to get anything technical to work. There we go. Welcome back to the retro afternoon stream where we are continuing our playthrough of Wing Commander 2, the, amazingly enough, second game in the Wing Commander series. That's how these numbers work, 1, 2, 3, 4, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, welcome, and we will continue on with killing the Kilrathi scum once more. I've just got to remember how I fire it up again. DOS box. Right. Alt. And stuff. There we go. I think that's working. Yay! Happy Saturday. It's like the cartoons, isn't it? Saturday afternoon cartoons. Watching things from yesterday's. I remember on Saturday mornings. Who remembers? Probably, if you're a similar age to me, might remember Flash Gordon, the black and white ones. I know they were very old back in the 70s. I think they were made in the 40s or the 50s or something. And they always played on Saturdays. They were really quite ropey, actually. Even for being made in black and white. I always remember the sound effects as kind of sort of engine houses, and then the spaceships always circled round like this to land. This is long before the Flash movie in the 80s. You know, the one with Queen music. The spaceships always did like this, presumably because they were on bits of string. And when they fired, they sort of had little fireworks that popped out the front. They were totally impossible to aim, I would imagine, looking at the way they were. But I don't know, there's a certain sense of nostalgia there, I think, for things like that. Buster Keaton, I think, is a name coming vaguely out of my memory, who played Flash Gordon back then. Harold, oh yeah, there's the black and white thing, Champion the Wonder Horse. Champion the Wonder Horse. I do remember that. Harold Lloyd, yeah, he was the guy hanging off the clock, wasn't he? Was it a clock? It's just a strange black and white era before colour was invented. I always remember as a kid, I don't know if you guys had the same thought, when you were watching black and white things, because back in the 70s and 80s, occasionally a film would crop up or a TV series would crop up that was in black and white, and it was kind of okay, you know, because it was obviously old, but it wasn't that far back in the past, back in the 70s and the 80s, that black and white films and black and white TV were still quite a common thing. You could buy black and white televisions up until probably the mid 80s, late 80s still, yeah, because they were just a cheaper version of a colour TV. I don't know, when was the last time a black and white television was for sale, I wonder. And they'd certainly gone long before LCD panels and stuff, hadn't they? But I remember black and white TVs and portable TVs, you know, the ones you could kind of move around, being a thing relatively late into the 80s. I think you could probably, you know, there was a couple of models of black and white TV you could still buy in the late 80s. I just remember as a kid in the 70s thinking, wow, it must have been such a big deal when colour was invented. Suddenly, everyone wakes up one morning and it's colour. It's like, wow, look out the windows. And I hadn't realised, of course, it was only TV. I must have been about 5 or 6 at the time. Buster Crabbe played Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon. There we go. Wintermute says, filling in my inexcusable lack of ancient sci-fi knowledge. So I do remember as a kid thinking, wow, colour. That must have been quite a moment when you just woke up one day and somebody went, "Yeah, colour's been invented. Look out the window. Look at that. Wow, look, everything's just, you know, it's no longer grey and black and white." Of course, that's not real. No, there always was colour, just not on TV. Champion the Wonder Horse, like a street of lightning. It's got the entire lyrics. Flashing across the sky, like the swiftest arrow whizzing from a bow. I can't remember the kind of beginning of the theme tune. I'm going to have to watch that now. Like a mighty cannonball, you seem to fly your hero back everywhere you go. Time will come when everyone will know the name of Champion the Wonder Horse. And then Lassie, of course. Things like that. Who remembers Lassie? What else was there? Lassie, other black and white things. There's all sorts of rubbish on TV. That was from memory. Good grief, Mad Monksoft. Or did you just pinch that from Wikipedia? Thank you for the subscribe there, Black Hawks. Appreciate that. Anyway, so Mad Monksoft did look it up. He's admitted it. So good, yeah. Plus for the honesty there. And Buster Crabbe played Flash Gordon in Buck Rogers, the 17 one. Hang on, Buster Crabbe played Flash Gordon in Buck Rogers. Really? Is that a thing? Current TV license information. The cost of a TV license is 159. It's a big boost now. Cost of a TV license is 159 for colour and 53. You can still buy a black and white TV license, can you? In some cases, you may be entitled to a reduced TV license. Wow. So, are there people still who have black and white TVs? Does that mean for those of us who like to scrimp and save? So, if we go to our TV, which of course is kind of like a monitor now. If you turn the intensity down so it's black and white, you can save money. There's a top money saving tip then. Turn the it's not contrast. What is it? Contrast? Not. It's saturation. There you go. Turn the saturation on your monitor down so it's all in black and white. Save yourself 50 quid a year. Dear. When you're watching TV, you can put it back up if you're watching DVDs. But if you're watching live TV, here's a top money-saving tip. Dear. Well, that's just stupid. Of course, you cannot pay and nobody can prove anything. That's very British, actually. First time chat from viewer. Blackhawks 81. My grandpa was born in 1920, insisted the world was in black and white until the mid-1950s. And presumably everybody walked slightly faster. Have you ever noticed that in old black and white films? I don't know if it's something to do with the frames per second or the equipment that was used or something, but everybody in old black and white films walks extremely quickly, as if it's on like 1.5 times normal speed. Or maybe people in the past just walked around a lot quicker and we've got really, really lazy. I don't know. Does anybody know? Yeah, A1110 Sunny Smith. So the UK is really old in this regard. We have to have a license to watch live television from the state-owned broadcasting company, the British broadcasting company, the BBC, and we have to pay a license, which basically is effectively their money to make TV programs. But it's illegal to watch live TV without a license. So it's a very, very curious state of affairs, which we all kind of don't like, but nobody really grumbles enough for anybody to change it. So it's yeah. So if you have the capability to receive, I think the definition, if you have the capability to receive live terrestrial, i.e. not satellite, television transmissions, you have to pay a TV license in the UK. If you only use your TV to play computer games or watch DVDs or stream non-corporate, non-BBC entertainment, things like Netflix and Amazon Prime, that kind of stuff, I think you don't need one. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. It's very, very complicated. And they used to have TV detector vans because basically they would go around check that you had a TV, whether or not you had a TV, because in the olden days, the detector vans could pick up the cathode ray tube emissions from a house, and if you didn't have a TV license and yet there was a TV on in your house, they could detect the electromagnetic leakage from the cathode ray tube. But whether that now works with LCD televisions and OLED displays, I've no idea. It's just insane. That's just Britain, okay? It's just the UK. It's very, 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 very strange. Right. So the license is really there to pay for the free state-sponsored British Broadcasting Corporation. Very, very curious. Also, I don't have a TV. That's just my particle accelerator. So basically, anything that's broadcast live on TV or BBC iPlayer. So there you go. So that's the insanity of the UK. But anyway, that's got nothing to do with it. So black and white has been invented. Colour has been invented. We're not doing black and white anymore. And now we have Wing Commander 2. Now, I wasn't doing all that well last week, as I recall. I think we got to a certain point and I couldn't get through the mission. Either I was knackered, didn't have enough tea or something. But overall, my impressions of Wing Commander 2 were really, really good. considering it's using kind of the same graphics engine as the previous game, so from a technical perspective, it shouldn't have been much different, really. It's time to fight the Gorillaz. I'll never think I'll get them. No, exactly. But they've done a lot more with it. They really have spent a lot of time on the ambience of the game. So this is, I'm actually quite impressed by Wing Commander 2 over the previous game. These games do seem, they are hard. I mean, this is one thing that I've noticed. I mean, having played a lot of No Man's Sky recently, the space fights in there, while they're kind of quite satisfying, you know, from the pew pew kind of explosions perspective, obviously modern graphics, etc. Really easy, right? You just wade in there, blast a few things. There's not a great deal of challenge in the fighting, okay? And to be honest, you know, even on Elite Dangerous, once you've engineered your ship a bit and, you know, put A-grade weapons on it and boosted a few things and learned how to fly, NPCs in that game are not a challenge, okay? You know, PvP is an entirely different thing, but, you know, NPC, yeah, in modern games at least, I haven't encountered many modern games where NPCs, once you learn a few things, are much of a challenge at all. Whereas this this is brutal by comparison. It really is. Strat Cat, Wing Commander, way through. Yes, this is longer. I think we're talking 1992. Somebody correct me if I've got that wrong. I think it's 1992. This game, so it is a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Anyway, let's get on. Let's see where we are, because I think we had met our cat companion. I can't remember his name. I'm just trying to remember how to load save game. Now it has continued on from where I was, so let's hope it's continued on from the right place. As I recall, we were about to we were playing second fiddle to a cat, a Kilrathi chap. I can't remember his name. Hobbs, was it Hobbs? Hobbs was his there we go, Mad Monks, it's Hobbs. Actually, yeah, Frank Mine, yeah, the Thargoids, the big Thargoids are a bit more of a challenge. I think you need a whole bunch of ships to take those. The little dinky ones are fine, but the big ones, yeah, they're a bit mean, but they're kind of end of level baddies, aren't they? Really. Right, let's see. Commander Devereux's office. Now, Colonel Devereux's office. Oh yes, she's in charge, isn't she? Right, Squirrel, have you met Hobbs? Okay, this doesn't go well because we're a bit catist. Been introduced to the Colonel, Angel. Good. You'll be his wingman today. That's right, I remember this. You'll fly a simple patrol, gentlemen, touch all nav points and then return. Colonel, I respectfully request a real mission, not busy work. Quite like Hobbs, actually. Colonel Ralga, this is a real mission. She looks all squinty-eyed and serious. Kilrathi may be launching a major offensive against something unpronounceable. Reconnaissance data is critical now. A tiger with a lion's mane. I'll lead the patrol myself, Angel. Just give me another wingman. Okay, so I don't like Hobbs, and Hobbs doesn't like me. Preferably someone human. Ooh, he's catist, you see. He's catist. Mon Dieu, you are both insubordinate. And she's sort of French, but not French. Apparently she's from Belgium, apparently. My accent will be completely wrong. Squirrel. You should be honoured to fly with him. Squirrel is my Wing Commander call sign, that's what it is. You will both fly the mission as assigned. See, I agree with her here. She's basically telling them to shut up because she's in charge, which is exactly the right thing for the superior officer to do. Fast and manoeuvrable ship, light armour. That's the way it all goes wrong. Right. Now this is, little cutscenes like this are much better in this version than the previous version. They've got animation and all sorts of stuff going on. No increasing graphics fidelity, but graphics resolution and stuff. But the actual use of it is much better. I mean, you've got spaceships flying up and all sorts of stuff. Hobbs to Squirrel. Inflight contact to channel 327. Roger, Hobbs switching. Squirrel, I want to know, I do not share the Admiral's opinion of you. How he got that helmet on? I mean, it must have been a really large helmet to get that cat inside it. Your skill is well known within the Empire, not among your own people. Bum, bum, bum. So there's a bit of grudging mutual respect here. You sound as though this offends you. Not used to taking compliments from a Kilrathi, sir. Digital Hardware, hello, good to see you. Understandable. In any case, I am now your wing leader. Maybe he's really scrawny under the thick fur. Maybe he's had a shave to get the hat on. I don't know. I expect you to obey orders. Of course, sir. I know what my duty is. Excellent. Then my first order is... Bum, bum, bah. That you take command of this wing. So we don't have to implement you as a wingman. Which is a good piece of lore and narrative, actually, to explain away something. I want to observe you as a pilot and as a wing leader. Right. Okay, then. Something, he does. Yeah, I mean, Chris Roberts is good at this. At least he was good at this. He has because wasn't there going to be a Squadron 42 thing for Star Citizen? Has that actually gone away, or is it come back, or is it still in progress? Because I've kind of lost track of Star Citizen over like 10 years. Your orders, Captain. Prepare to engage autopilot for Nav 1. Right, so that kind of introduces us to where we are. So that's good. I quite like the way they've done this. It's very cool. Right, so I'm back in my ship now. I've just got to refresh myself with the handy list of controls, which I printed out. Okay, how retro is that? Right, so I can't remember these week to week because I wasn't here last week. My short-term memory. Right, view navigation screen. That's the end. Right, display ship damage, don't need that. Never get damaged. A for autopilot. G for guns. Right, so what guns have we got? Full guns. I think we've got particle cannons. We've got particle cannons, full guns, and laser cannons. So red and green particle cannons, I think. Squadron 42 is still in progress along with the Elite Dangerous Offensive Console. Okay, that kind of progress. Right, and then missiles. What were missiles? W? Select missile type. What have we got? We've got Javelin, Heat Seekers, Pylon, Fire and Forgets, and we've got some chaff pods. Dart dumbfires. We've got quite a lot of stuff on board. Okay, we'll start with the Heat Seekers because they're good at seeking heat. So there we go. Star Citizen is fully or more playable and progress. But okay, I must admit, Star Citizen is on my list, but I kind of want to get to the end of Wing Commander before I even think about the idea of taking a look at Star Citizen. And I'm not sure my PC will be up to running Star Citizen. We'll have to have a look at it. But yeah, at some point we'll probably get there. But lots more to do in the meantime. Right, let's go. Here we go. Right, decent ship.
You'll rack these ships ahead.
All right, so comms, breaking attack.
Of course, sir.
Let's do some. So it's target lock. Let's see what Hobbs is up to. There's a lot more pew pew going on in this game. That's just my pop. Yeah, one cut. I love the way they give you a scream as well. That's very cool. Where's the boost? That's the boost. You do have to think about this game, actually. I mean, even though it's this old, there's a lot of tactics involved with speed and dodging.
Die in dishonor.
What was that? All sorts of cool stuff like that going on. And the only criticism I would have about it is that cockpit is very claustrophobic. The way it's probably been done like that for kind of frame rate performance issues, I would guess. I have a missile here. And at certain angles, the ships are really hard to hit. Another missile.
Ejecting.
Oh no! Hobbs ejected. Well, we killed them, but Hobbs ejected. That's not good. Freelancer after Wing Commander. No, so Freelancer, if I'm correct, Freelancer isn't actually connected to Wing Commander. Is that right? I thought Freelancer was a Microsoft kind of game. There's something out there. Is that another ship, or is that Hobbs? I don't know. Am I supposed to pick him up, or I don't know. Hobbs is dead, or Hobbs is ejected. So I haven't even tried. I've barely watched. I've got loads of cats here, and now I'm on my own. So this isn't probably not going to go very well because they've only got one target, which is obviously me. Like you say, they do move fast. I should try full guns. Let's try. W. I've forgotten. Don't try and change your flight controls when you fly. This is a bad idea. Something not hit the target locking system is. It's quite hard. Boom! I'm first dead already. You have died. Would you like to replay the mission? Yes, I'd like to. So this is a good piece of enhancements because before you had to replay everything. Right, let's see if we can keep Hobbs alive this time. So hang on. So guns. No, it's G. That's why I was pressing the wrong button. Okay, so I can have full guns. Let's try full guns. Let's try switching to javelin heat seekers. Let's try that again.
Kirati ships ahead.
Go and get them.
Of course, sir.
Your weapons have a lot of leading. They're really quite slow as weapons. A few hits in there. And to lead it, because you're always flying up, it's quite hard. Boom, got him. Quite hard to lead the target because you haven't got a leading reticle to tell you where to shoot, so you're kind of eyeballing that. And because the cockpit is so small, the place where you want to be leading the fire from is quite often off screen, which does make
Returning to base, sir.
Yeah.
Die in dishonor.
Oh, he's died again. What's the matter with him? Oh, he's damaged. Why is he returned to base, or is he not? He's not returned to base. Okay, he's damaged, but... Oh, so there's... Oh, there we go. We have got Kilrathis.
I can't do that, sir.
Why not?
Another victory for Kerr. Have I got a pause button? Yeah, I've got a pause button. There, that's what I need.
Pause in the middle of the battle.
Pause, thank you very much for that. The space T and a pause button, that's the way to do it. It's very important to have the space T, you know. This is my superpower, okay, the space T. Ah dear, right. Space T has arrived. Now I've got to try and get... Okay, so hang on, let me just catch up with the chat. Isn't there a Star Wars mod to that? I've no idea. I seem to remember something about the bombers having a tractor beam used to pick up wingmen when they ejected. Okay, that's a broadsword that should have a rear and two side turrets, which you can switch to and fire yourself. I can't remember the button. Okay, Star Citizen is easier. You've got the lead reticle. Yes, I haven't got anything like that in this game. Yeah, excellent helpful email. Now steady on. You'll get me into trouble. And the war stopped for rookies. You all hail the space tea. Right, okay, I've got space tea. All right, I'm going to take another swig of space tea. Right, so here we go, right. Boom. Oh, it's just really brutally quite fast as well. Now, a few people have said to me, maybe the game is running faster than it's supposed to, so... But these are the settings from GOG. Now, I kind of would have expected those to have been tested, but maybe they aren't right. Because it does seem ridiculously quick. Yeah, or maybe it's just my ancient reactions are not fast enough, I don't know. But that ship is just running away from me like nobody's business. I don't seem to be able to land anything. Oh, I lost a weapon. I don't seem to be able to land anything on it. And yet it seems to be able to hit me without without any trouble at all. Oh, it's really difficult. And this mission, I don't know, I might give it one more try and I might continue the script because I tried at the end of the stream 2 weeks ago to get past this mission. This mission is, I just haven't found a way past it. It seems to be inordinately difficult. So I don't know. Because this is running in DOSBox. I know there's a control. Let me just have a look. Is it saying 8,000 cycles there? I don't know if you can see that in the top left. I know it's is it F12? There we go. I can slow it down. Does anybody have any recommendations for what the cycles should be? The default there was 8,000. So let me try it at 4,000. See if that makes any difference at all. So let's see, because I can change the speed of my DOSBox. There we go. So let's try that and see if it makes any difference. Here we go again.
Yo, rack these ships ahead.
There we go. Right, break an attack.
Of course, sir.
So now it looks a little bit more. It definitely now feels a bit more. Oh, that's frame rate is now. I don't know if it's any easier, but the frame rate is definitely lower. I don't know if that's helped or not because it's more like a slideshow now. So it's definitely slower. It feels like it feels a bit underpowered now. Let's see if it. I think. I don't know. Have we had the backstory of why Hobbs is fighting on our side? He seems to be able to fire backwards, this ship. It does seem to be something of an advantage for him. Ejector system here. I think I picked some damage up. But we're both alive, so that's good. Maybe try 5,000. Hang on, let's do 5,000. Increase power to CPU. Wouldn't it be nice if we could do this in real life? Let's have some more CPU. There we go. Right, 5,000. See if that helps. It's difficult to tell whether I was shooting him or not. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sorry, I shouldn't really shoot Hobbs. He's supposed to be on my team.
Yo, rack these ships ahead.
Right, okay. Oh, my comms. Oh, there we go. The comms is working.
Of course, sir.
Another victory for Kerr.
Still quite jolty.
Ejecting.
Oh no, Hobbs is.
Coward's death.
Hobbs has bought it. I don't think this is going to work again. Oh, my ship's badly damaged. I've got no guns. This isn't going to go well. So that didn't really help. So I don't think it's a speed thing. I think it's just big rubbish missions. I'm not going to win this fight. I wonder if I can outrun them. Can I leg it out of the system? Is there a... Let's boost away. Maybe I can survive the mission. Because it was only supposed to be a nav mission, wasn't it? Can I run them out of range? Can I do a brave Sir Robin? I wish there were these audios. Now, yeah, so the audio, just being able to insult your enemy like that is very cool. So there's no nav target, is there? There's nothing to run away from, unfortunately, or to. So I think you're stuck. You have to. Maybe I should eject at this point. Let's. The speed you have it now is about the same as good machines of the era. Okay, well that's good. Right, so let's eject then. Control E.
Do not
I'll
make
get
this
told
too
off.
easy for me, ape.
Often the eject system's busted. Yeah, I've still got guns. And now I'm eject from the game. Oh, it's so mean. Ah dear. As a Kilrathi, okay, hang on. Mayor Monkshoff says, as a Kilrathi, he hated all humans until on the war-torn Kilrathi colony of Goragar, he saw a Kilra attempting to kill a human child. Not wanting to have a stain on his honour, he decided to rescue the child. Witnessing the honourless cruelty of his people, he abandoned everything he had believed in. And Ralgar also believed that human slaves were shameful. Oh, okay, so he's actually a good guy. We like him. That's good. Right, shall I continue the script, because I have tried this mission numerous times and I can't do it. I'm just not good enough. Dear. So let's continue the script. Let's go on, see what happens. Oh no, that's we just die. Okay, that's not very helpful. So presumably I've actually got to therefore eject. So continue script basically just go on to the end. So can I resume the current game? Presumably that takes me back to. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fight this one more time, and then if it all goes pear-shaped, I think I'm going to try and eject. Right. Okay. So, particle cannons, full guns, javelin, heat-seeking missiles. Let's try to do this one more time. Try a barrel roll. I did that on my. We'll talk about the Spitfire in a bit. Okay, so Hobbs.
Of course, sir.
Let's go. Let's get in there. Deal with these Kilrathi scums. Actually, that 5,000 does feel a bit more natural.
Time to die, human.
I like the way the cats thoughtfully speak our language. There's some sort of universal translator going on. Time to die, human. Didn't even get a chance to eject. So ridiculously difficult.
Your Iraqi ships ahead.
Alright. Hobbs.
Of course, sir.
Attack. Do some attacking, Hobbs. Let's kill these guys, can we? Not full guns. There we go, full guns. They can fire backwards. I mean, that's just not fair. With some sort of heat-seeking, almost infallible missile, plasma cannon thing. Whereas your guns just, by comparison, are pretty much useless. Let's just find out the skills. It's just this leading the target thing. I can't really do with a target leading reticle. Eject. There we go. It's my opportunity to eject. Oh no! The game crashed. Even the game doesn't want me to go fast. Ah dear. Right. Well. Okay. Let's try that again. So I tried to eject there, and then the game fell over. Totally ejected. Didn't just eject from the ship. I ejected from the entire game. Retro games, eh? Right. So got to go through that again. This isn't making for a good experience, really, is it? Yes, we know all this. At least you can bypass the entire cutscene now. That's quite good. I'll go back to the defaults for the game, which is possibly a bit fast.
Kirati ships ahead.
So I suppose I've got to make a bit of a fight of it.
Of course, sir.
See how the leading? Yeah, this is now does feel a bit too far. It kind of feels better though, but it does feel a bit too fast. Let's just do a couple of tweaks down. I'm going to take it down to 6,000 rather than 8,000. I've got no idea what those numbers mean, by the way. Somebody technical will know. Just keep Hobbs alive. I might have a chance, but the enemy seems very tough, actually. And because it's using this kind of quite wacky
Very
sprite
impressive, sir.
mechanism for displaying the graphics, you can't anticipate in the same way you can with a vector graphics game or like a fully modeled 3D one. That is a definite. I mean, it's clever, but it's your imagination is sort of filling a lot of the gaps.
We shall
isn't it?
destroy Terra.
To you too. That makes it really hard to hit. And for some reason, I haven't got the right gun selected. Let's try the gun here.
Die in dishonor.
Oh, okay, we got one. Excellent. I'm actually doing better here than we normally do.
Die in dishonor.
Oh, Hobbs got him. Excellent. Okay, we're actually alive. Right. Okay, so let us continue. Hobbs is slightly damaged.
Kirati ships ahead.
Okay, breaking attack.
Of course, sir.
Another victory for Kerr. Curse you.
Returning to base, sir.
Hey, why are you returning to base? Right, I'm going to eject now. Yeah, it worked this time. You have ejected. Right, now what happens? Would I like to continue the script? Yes. Will I still be alive? Is the question. I got picked up. So presumably now I'm going down the losing path. Is that right? Concordia, retrieving ejected pilot requesting airless linkage. Okay, so Hobbs bailed out. I don't know if I accidentally sent him home. Very ominously bad music. Bom, bom. Okay, the number represents the amount of delay between cycles of the code. Okay, thanks for that, Erica. Admiral Tolwyn's office. Uh-oh, we don't like Admiral Tolwyn. He definitely doesn't like us. Wagar, I understood you ejected from your ship in your last mission. Yes. Yes, sir. Didn't have any other choice. I don't think I need to tell you how much each of our fighters costs, pilot. Well, there wasn't much left of the ship, to be honest, before I ejected, sir. I never wanted you on this ship, but I'm getting rid of you as soon as I can. But in the meantime, you'll conduct yourself as any other Concordia pilot. What happened to Hobbs? Is Hobbs okay? That's what I want to know. You are allowed to eject only if there's no other way you can survive. That's kind of what I was doing, actually, sir. A trained pilot costs more. If you can bring your ship back, you are to do so. Yeah, I just ejected for the laugh, so not that because it was a no-win scenario. I understand, so best not to cross the. Probably best not to cross that one. To be honest, you're worth a lot less to me than a broadsword or a saber. Ooh, ouch. Next time, I might tell search and retrieval to leave you out there in the cold. Oh, he's nice, isn't he? You should feel good about yourself. Dear dismissed pilot. He's not a happy bunny, is he, Admiral Tolwyn? It's pretty harsh, really, isn't it? Okay, so let's save. Tell you what we'll do. We'll call this one Squirrel 2. Just in case we find that we're at a dead end and we need to go back to our previous one. So this could be the losing line. If you end up starting down the losing bad ending path, you can get back on the winning path by just doing good in subsequent missions. Okay, you wanted to speak with Big. Oh, he did survive. That's good. I want to know why you wanted to fly missions with me, because we both did pretty badly on that last one. You're a good pilot, too skilled to leave on the carrier, Wigger. He is more like a tiger than a lion, isn't he? And I have sufficient influence to get you onto the flight roster. So I've got a cat on my side. No matter what others say, I do not believe you are the coward who killed Tithrak Mang. Just letting everybody else know that there is a coward who killed Tithrak Mang. Dear. Okay. Alright, I have another question. Why the call sign? Why are you called Hobbs? Actually, that's a good question. Yes, I want to know the answer to that one. The original Hobbs was a human philosopher. Ooh, okay. Downtown suggested the call sign as it considers me to be very wise. Excellent. Does Hobbs drink saucers of milk at the space bar? I suppose it's like saying a human's more like a krill than the chimpanzee. I suppose that's true, actually. Downtown, I can't believe that you and he are friends. Which one's Downtown? I can't remember him. I'm not very good at remembering which one's which. Squirrel, I do not care what you think. Fact, Squirrel. Your friend, Major Colson, told me of your feelings about my kind. Jazz, who's hardly a good friend of mine. We're very bitter and twisted in this one, aren't we? Which I suppose, having been exiled for 10 years, be that as it may. It's kind of understandable, but as long as your prejudice does not interfere with our objectives. Oh, so it's kind of calling me out there. That's quite good. I quite like that. Yeah, is that Gilrathi just talking in plain English? Yeah, I guess it's irrelevant. Do cats eat squirrels? Asking for a digital friend. Since your chip can emulate a 386 with 4 opcodes behind its back and the minimum required system was a 286, wow. Okay. Squirrel, how are you doing? Who's talking to me now? I was just trying to explain to Downton how these spies will bring down the Confederation. Oh, he's got some cool tattoos. He's sort of very, very ethnic. Just their nuts. We're surrounded by traitors, hundreds of them. Well, surely can't be hundreds of traitors. Get real, Doomsday. Okay, Doomsday. Alright, Squirrel. There can't be more than a dozen spies on the cookie. I was going to say hundreds is probably a little bit of hyperbole, really. Okay, so this guy's a bit paranoid. Got that. I'm just glad you and I weren't here when MacGuffin died. MacGuffin. It's a relief to be in the clear for a change. Yes, that's very true. We're not getting blamed for this particular problem. I'm still worried, though. It's a much more interesting story than before. What if the traitor really is one of the pilots? I guess we'll find out. If any one of us could be a Mandarin. Oh yeah, because the Mandarins in this case were the well, there's not a dodgy offshoot of humanity that had gone off and been traitorous. Have you heard much about the Society of the Mandarin Squirrel? No. Okay, so give me some exposition. I'm here. Only a few stories, like that trial aboard the TCS Winter Round. The Society of Mandarins takes their name from ancient Terran history. Yes, it's kind of it does feel a bit Chinesist, doesn't it? Although Mandarins is also a phrase for senior civil servants, so maybe it comes. I don't know. Conquered the invaders by converting them to the Mandarin way of life. Doesn't sound like civil servants, actually. Our current Mandarins are human spies working for the Kilrathi. Those dastardly blackguards. The cats offered the Mandarins high positions in the Empire for their help. It's always a reward, isn't it? Yeah, be dastardly and get some power. How could someone betray his own people? Well, like Hobbes, yeah. Back off, we go. Hobbes left the Empire, but he's no traitor. Actually, he is. I think you'll find he's fighting against his own kind. So, what is the definition of a traitor except for somebody who's basically changed sides? I thought Chekhov's gun was a laser pistol. Yeah, Chekhov's gun, Mr. MacGuffin. Right, let's find out what's up next. Briefing room. Okay, Ralga and Wagar, your assignment for today. Stay alive, don't eject. If I may interrupt, Colonel, I request that we be assigned a mission of some consequence. No, we got the easy one. Hobbes, what are you talking about, you stupid cat? Ralga, you know the Admiral's opinion. You're too valuable to risk. And Wagar is utterly useless. He agreed to let me fly again. He knows I will not risk myself unnecessarily. It's obviously the traitor. Yeah, I know. Shh, no spoilers. Good, you and Squirrel will rendezvous with a free trader and the Skull. No, it's an escort mission. Babysitting a freighter, that's an important mission. Presumably it's got something important on it. They're very insubordinate, aren't they? I don't think they would be giving Admiral Tolman this much grip. So that's not good. The Bonnie Heather is not an ordinary freighter. It's a Scottish freighter. The safe passage of that freighter is vital to our operations. Okay. Bring the freighter back, bar Nav 2 to avoid enemy patrols. Guessing we won't avoid the enemy patrols somehow. After this mission, we'll see about more consequential assignments, mes amis. Right, okay. Escort missions, yay! Everybody hates escort missions. Why do they do? They do escort missions. Go! Aircraft carriers in space, because that's the last thing they would expect. Okay, right, so I've got Hobbes. What's Hobbes got to say? Never mind.
Kilrathi ships ahead.
Really?
Of course, sir.
You surprise me. What's that? Is that the freighter? I like the way they have the time. I know this is slightly funny because this is part of the game, but they have the time when they're dying. The thing that's on their mind is, right, I must press the intercom one more time and yell out that I'm dying. That's the priority, rather than ejecting. No, not going to eject. I'm just going to yell out that I'm dying. So spend my last few moments knowing I've told that human I'm extremely cross about being killed. Ow, stop shooting me. It's fighting everything, but I mean, come on. It's not really fair, is it? Don't shoot Hobbs, Drew.
Die in dishonor.
Die in dishonor. Okay, there's one kill Matthew left. Just here. Oh, that was Hobbs. No shoot Hobbs. Have a missile. Is that missile going to hit? Maybe. Both Hobbs and me are don't fly into my field of view, Hobbs. He's a bit of a liability, is Hobbs. I suppose I have asked him to attack my target, so maybe it's my bad flying. Got to be very careful we don't kill him as well. Is he still flying with the frame rate up? Knock that down a tad. Look, Hobbs can't hit him either, so it's not just me. Look how fast that ship is. It's embarrassing that we can't kill him. Oh, I can't even miss on Sure, you even hit him yet. The moment I reach across to fire the missile, he manages to get out of range. I think I hit him. Yes! Last!
Very impressive.
Tough fights in this game. When heavily outnumbered, spamming a few fire and forget missiles can help. Okay, that's not a bad call. I'll try that. FNF, fire and forget. Yes. Right, okay, so presumably we just go to the nav point. Where's the ship we're supposed to be escorting?
Kilrathi ships ahead.
Okay, good. Come on, why can't I get Hobbs to attack? Break the attack.
Of course, sir.
I need your help, lad.
Even got a Scottish name, love it. Oh man, the game is really...
Good to see you again, laddie.
That's not funny. Oh, frame rate. Boom, one's dead. Oh, how many Kilrathi have they stuck on this? Ouch. Okay, now the game is really creaking. Okay, let's try some of these fire and forget missiles. Oh no, it's it's crashed. It's crashed again. Oh dear. I just hadn't been doing this before. And we were doing quite well as well. Old software. Ah dear, sounds like he's from the same planet as Scotty. Yes, Chris, what's going on? Maybe we should tag him on Twitter. Right, Chris. Look, just so you know, we're trying to play Wing Commander 2. I explained so badly the game report. Maybe my explosion of my ship was so devastating. It. Ah dear. Retro games. At least I can finish my tea. It's a Scottish freighter. It's very important, that freighter. Right, resume. It's a shame actually, because this is. I mean, I know this may not actually be bugs of the original game. I've no idea whether it crashed a lot. Does anyone know? But it's suddenly got to a point where the game is much harder. The game is ejecting from the piece. I don't want to play this anymore. Drew is so bad at this game. I'm just going to die. Planet Scotland, yeah. I always wonder about this in the future because I mean this is a bit of a staple of space games, isn't it? That you know we have regional accents in space and lots of kind of regional and sort of international flavours. You know, so I don't know how far in the future are we in Wing Commander? It's several hundred years, one assumes, and we're all in space on presumably lots and lots of different planets throughout the cosmos. And, we've still got Scottish accents and, you know, French accents and Chinese accents and all sorts of stuff like this. And just makes you wonder, really? I think they would all have kind of, or maybe there'd be new accents or homogenised accents of all sorts of different types. So it does, it's kind of just, what do we fancy? Again, he sounds Scottish. Let's have that. Crashed a lot for me, but my PC wasn't that good. Okay, Chips will reply, the game is still... Still in beta. Hasn't been released yet. Anyway, let's try that again. See if we can get through without crashing. Because I was just about to, I'd forgotten the fire and forget missiles, but I was just about to remember them. And I thought, I'll fire one of those fire and forget missiles that I'd forgotten in a moment, and then the game crashed. Right, so let's do that. I'm not going to use them to start with. So dart, that's a dumb fire, so that's no use, is it? Javelin, heat seeker, and pylon fire and forget, or I think it stands for friend and foe. It knows what to attack, but it's either fire and forget or friend and foe, one or the other. But it's FF regardless. Now, from what someone told me, they don't do much damage, but they're kind of quite useful, just helping mop up enemy fighters when you're outnumbered. So the second level is probably the right place for those. Let's see if we can get through the first one without firing
Your Ratty
missiles.
ships ahead. Of course, sir.
Hobbs, stop flying in front of my ship. I'll choose one of the other ones. There we go. Still not crashed up. Someone's got a target lock on me. Presumably that's where I'm supposed to fire the chaffy things. I haven't really got the brain power for that. Oh, it's just unbelievably difficult, this game. And there's no difficulty levels either. It's not like you can go, right, I'll play the game in easy mode just to give myself a bit more fun. There just isn't. There's just this is the game. There's no. I don't know whether those things hadn't been invented yet. Or you just played the game as the designer intended you to play it, and that was that. Oh, I'm slightly fast, aren't I, with my frame rate? So we started the game. Let's slow that down a bit. That might help. It's not going to help much, but it might. Every little helps. How they just jump and move? It's just really hard to keep them in the screen. And the moment you think you've got a shot, they just jink out the way. I've even landed a hit on him yet. Damaged, I think. Smoke coming, I think. Maybe. I'm not, outrageously bad at space games. Oh, no, it looks like it. But I can can fly around, and I know how to hit things. This is just astonishingly difficult. The game seems to have just jumped up a level in the last few missions that it really is like super hard work.
Die in dishonor.
Okay, I think Hobbs just got one. Well done, Hobbs. So, get this guy.
Of course, sir.
Because even Hobbs has trouble getting him, so it's not like... Just have to be on the throttle virtually all the time. Yes. Right, fire and forget missiles. Let's not forget the fire. Okay, this game has an AI system that's designed to make the enemies easier if you play badly, harder if you play well, but it's a bit primitive. Okay, so maybe I should be playing too well. No judgment for me doing this game seems ridiculously hard. Right, let's get like this. These fire and forget missiles. Do I have to be in range? I don't think they lock on target, do they? So let's get... There's nothing in this sector.
Gilrathi ships ahead.
Okay. You go and attack them.
Of course, sir.
I'm going to fire these fire and forgets at them.
Good to see you again, laddie. I need your help, lad. I need your help, lad.
Suddenly gone frame raters, and now it just won't fire the second fire and forget missile. Maybe you can only fire one at a time. Maybe the super duper computer tracking thingy, whatever it is, can only cope
I need
with
your help, lad. I need your help, lad.
completely bananas as well. There we go, there's a second one.
I need your help, lad.
Message received, Scotty. Escort missions. The target's always too soft. Stop flying in front of me then! You stupid cat!
Very
got it.
impressive, sir.
Very impressive. Nice. Right, a compliment from a cat. I've never had a compliment from my own cat. Right, let's switch to... you keep
I need
flying
your
in front of
help,
my
lad.
guns!
I need your help, lad.
I know.
I need your help, lad.
That's the one thing that is a bit irritating about pre-recorded comms.
I
There's a
need
number
your
of times
help, lad.
you hear the same thing over and over again.
I require your assistance.
A coward's death.
That ship has taken 2 missiles and it's still there. Have another missile. Fire! Yeah, it actually fired that time. Now it's running away. Yes! Ah! Oh. Ah dear. Future is very bright, my brothers. I wonder if Daleks will have different words for things that don't exist. Scots call teleporters folk creatures. The word F, the F word will be immortal. Yes, that probably will. It's your fault, Drew. You're playing with a laser. Dear. 0. This is just hard. Mad Muxwell, I think you're right. I grew up on an island 30 miles out in the middle of Lake Michigan, very isolated from the mainland by multi-slave ferry ride. Originally settled by Irish immigrants in the 1800s. Even when I was a kid in the 1980s, there were plenty of people who spoke with a pronounced Donegal accent, even though they were like 4th generation Americans. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. There are cheat codes, says Hawks81. It seems really difficult. I mean, it doesn't seem to, no matter what I do, you'd think lasers would distract the cat people, make them relentlessly chase. Yeah, it says lasers, but they're not really lasers. They're sort of balls of light, aren't they? Yeah, I'm doing this for you guys, right? GameSpot cheat codes. But I mean, are they codes that you type into? I don't really want to use the cheat codes, but it must admit the game is. I mean, had I been playing this, I think at the time, at this point, after this much frustration, I think I would be going because it's almost relentless. We enjoy your pain, thanks. It's relentlessly difficult at this point. It's really hard. I'm gonna just indulge in pointing at the cheat codes. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, apologies. Hang on. Let me just resize so you've got a chance of being able to read the chat. Accept some cookies. Oh, hello. Cheat codes. Start the game by typing WC2 origin in the command line. Enter these codes during gameplay to activate, decrease the enemy AI factor. Okay. Okay. Oh look, origin -K, invincibility. That would be quite good. Wing Commander 1 from JoJo after you play it. I had to use the cheat codes to see the good ending. Okay, so yes, but Wing Commander 1, I managed to get through to the bad ending, didn't I? This is. I don't really want to do this, but I've got a feeling I kind of almost don't think we're going to get any further. You can just make the enemy stupid. That's a great cheat. I think that's not a bad idea because they do seem to be a little bit OP at this point in the game. So how do I? The trick is, given it's in GOG, how do I actually start the game? Start the game by typing origin. Are these just? So I wonder how. Does anybody know how this works? I don't know because it's just in the DOS box and it kind of auto starts. So let's just let's just shut that down. How do I? Is there a way I can play around with it? I can edit it. Wing Commander 2 media. Where's the actual? I suppose the thing is, where's the command line for how GOG launches it? I don't know where it installs it. Let's have a look, poke around in my operating system, see if we can find it out. I think I installed it on E drive. GOG, there it is. Right. Okay. So Wing Commander 2. Right. Here we go. Wing Commander 2.exe. Okay. So if I open a, I can't open a command prompt there. Hang on. Let's go back there. Okay. Let's go to E drive. CD games, CD GOG. Don't do this at home, kids. This is very dodge. Okay, so Wing Commander 2. Okay, so I've got WC2exe. That's what I want. So I want WC2exe, and then type in origin. See if that works. With a capital. Yeah, with a capital. Let's. Here we go. Oh, you want DOSBox 2 single conf? Oh, I could go there. Yeah, I was wondering whether GOG Galaxy has like a game properties thing where you can enter an argument. The best one without cheating too much is one where you can blow up whoever you're targeting with a single button press. I like the idea of an OP weapon. This won't work because you'd be running it via Windows itself and not via DOSBox. Okay, good point. Okay, right. Yes. Okay, that won't work. Right. No, because it needs to be run in DOSBox, doesn't it? Okay, so I want DOSBox 2 single.conf, but where will that be? Right click it in Origin, select Manage Installation Configure. Yeah, trouble is I've got it. Is that in GOG though? Because in the folder I was just in. Okay. Hang on, let's just do a DR then. Yeah, so This is in GOG Galaxy. It's not in Origin. I'm not running it directly in DOSBox. I'm running it in GOG. Let's just do. I do have, but there is a DOSBox WC single.conf. However, let's notepad that. WC2 underscore single.conf. Nope, no space. Right, okay. So that's how the game starts, which looks good. Right, here we go. Okay, so load fix WinCommander2.exe. Okay, so here, okay, let's work out what this ancient DOSBox config means. Right, so option 1 is the one that we're playing. So if error level 1, go to WinCommander2. WinCommander2 is clear the screen, load fix. So if we type in origin there, that should engage the cheats. I think, is that right? Does that look good? I mean, I know the chat's 15 seconds behind what I'm doing. Yay, says Big Boo, that's get right. Okay, so let's try that. Okay. This is very dodgy, okay? Don't do this. This is not encouraging people to cheat at games. But what I'm doing here is I'm doing the Kobayashi Maru, okay? I'm changing conditions of the test. Let's see if it will start now. Here it goes, right. Does it tell me it's... Almost for a moment I thought it was going to go, cheat mode engaged. Let's see. Light has just come up on Chris Roberts' desk. Beta testing, as I like to think of it, says Big Boo. Yes, I think that's exactly what we were doing. Right. Okay. So let's resume current game. Right. So what? Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to put the cheat codes. Right. What do I want actually to cheat? So if I get into real trouble, hang on, I'm going to scribble these down. I'm going to piece of paper. Control, is that an L or, hang on a minute, let's get this on the screen. Is that an L or an I? Which they wouldn't use capitals. It must be an L. I'm going to copy and paste that into Notepad to find out whether that's an L or not. Why do they use such stupid fonts? It's a capital I. Okay. So that might be a useful one. Hang on. Oh, typical. Look. My Elite Dangerous pen stopped working. That's because a light has turned up on David Braben's desk. Control I. Right, that reduces some stuff. Destroy all non-capital ships. Alt insert. I like that idea. Just destroy cockpit section damage. I don't know what that means. Alt delete is target destroyed ship. That's quite good. Excuse me a moment while I change the Windows. Alt delete. Invert graphics. Wow. Show version. We'll be able to find out from some of these if it's working. Alt M show memory usage, and Control V is show version number. Okay, so I've got Alt insert. That's capital ships. Alt delete has destroyed targeted ship. And Alt insert. Oh no, hang on, that's all ships. Yeah, okay. Right, let's see if that works. Okay, so we're back in the game. Here we go. Show version number, the ultimate cheat. Yeah, no, right, let's Control V. Control V. It's not doing anything. Right, maybe you have to be in the spaceship. Let's find out. No repair ship. I can use Alt M. Right, Alt M. Yes, yes, it works. Okay, so that's good. Max messenger speed is now 2. Oh, it toggles something as well. Don't know what that is. Control M. Wing Commander version 4, August 19th, 1999. Yes, it's working. Okay, the cheats are enabled. Yay! We are now going to be so awesome at this game. Right, let's How do I get rid of the memory thing now? I don't think I can. That's a bit annoying. Maybe it will go away when I do that. There we go.
Your ratty ship's ahead.
Right, okay, so Hobbs go and attack.
Of course, sir.
Me, I'm just going to target an enemy ship, and it's Alt and delete. Boom. I've been zapped out of existence. Yeah, let's try that again. Ready? Oh, wrong button. That was Alt Enter. Alt Delete. Hang on, let's get him on the screen. At least when he dies, you can. Just explodes. That's excellent. Oh, such an awesome pilot. How do you manage that? Oh well.
Die in dishonor.
Oh, Hobbs killed him anyway. Right. And you still get the kills as well. Awesome. Alt Delete, Black Hawks and 81H. Alt Delete was my go-to. I made it through the game back in the day just like using that one, quick and dirty, and it evens the odds quickly. Yes, I've become Thanos. I have a lot of sympathy for Thanos, actually. You know when you're watching Endgame and all that sort of stuff, and you do have to start to question your morality when you're watching a film going, you know what, actually I think Thanos has got a point. And I was like, I'm not sure I should be thinking along these lines. Right, so that area was... So Hobbs, I've got this new magic power. All I have to do is target an enemy vessel. Let's even the odds a little bit. Okay, Hobbs, you get in there.
Of course, sir.
I'm not. I'm gonna hang back with my bang.
I need your help, lad.
Instant death. That's just so satisfying. Right, now we'll play the game.
Good to see you again, laddie.
Good to see you again, laddie. How did you do that? You cannot change the laws of physics. Well, actually you can, as it turns out. Now the ironic thing here, of course, is going to be if I still despite the fact I've got the cheats enabled. Actually, this. Oh, no, I've done it again. I keep pressing Alt Enter. So basically, okay, so, we got him. We genuinely got that guy. Do not let Drew snap his fingers. I won't do that. Free trader, this is Captain Wager of the Concordia. The new super weapon. Denver Coach received a squirrel. Kill them well met, lad. Oh, it's Paladin! Hence the Scottish. He's even got a Scottish name for his ship. That doesn't look like Paladin. He was an old guy with a very, very big moustache before. What's happened to him? You'll have to explain that to me when we're aboard the ship. Okay, well, let's get aboard the ship then. I presume there's going to be some bad guys? No? No bad guys.
Affirmative, you are clear to land.
Oh, I've done this whole carrier thing for a while. What happens if I try and... Oh, I don't destroy the Concordia then. Very bad indeed. If you go to the settings at the bottom right of the video, advanced and untick low latency should have the weird problem that will have more stream. Is that me or is that you guys? I'm not very technical, as you probably figured out. You still get the kills. Okay, what happened out there, Drew? Well, Hobbs took some damage during combat. Looky, they're in sickbay right now. Me, on the other hand, I proceeded to the rendezvous with the freighter single-handedly. Purple's already over there when I got there. Paladin mentioned to me you defended his ship well. Surprisingly well, actually. Well, the flight recorder says he got 8 Kilrathi. Ow. And Hobbs took out 1. Squirrel, Paladin is on the O deck. He wishes to speak with you. Oh, it's a client-side thing. Frank was getting audio issues. Okay. Stream, thank you for following that, Enderhawk. Holy crap, I haven't seen this game in years. There's a reason for that. It was a long time ago. Right, let's save this then, because we're now making making forward progress. Will you stop going back into that mode? There we go. But we have succumbed. We have succumbed to the cheats. I wanted to speak with me, Captain. I want to know. Oh, hang on, we've done this one before. What happened there? Did it reload my previous save? Yeah, we've seen all this. What's going on? What happened there? Yeah, we've done this one. I must have accidentally reloaded the save. Right, we'll cheat our way through really quickly then, because we can.
Your Iraqi ships ahead.
Don't worry about them. Right, you stay on my now, why don't you tell you what? You
I
return
can't
to
do
base.
that, sir.
I'm going to deal with it all myself. Boom. 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 Love cheat mode. Dear. We won't be cheating all the way through.
Your
Only if we
Iraqi
get
ships
stuck. Is
ahead.
the idea. Right. Why is he still?
Of course,
to base?
sir.
Trying to keep you safe, dude. Nobody bats an eyelid that the enemy ships are just disintegrating in space. As if it's all entirely above board. At least it's not Frontier First and Kansas where you had to literally go down a long list of enemies and delete them. Oh yeah, that was hard work, wasn't it? Right, so no, I thought I saved the position there, so let's find out.
Good to see you again, laddie.
Good to see you again. It's just a similar kind of idea, isn't it? But at least it happens in-game here. And it has cheat modes built into the game, whereas I think Frontier First Encounters was a third-party add-on, wasn't it? I used the Force. Right, okay, we're back home now. So, how are we doing? It's 2:20. We're doing okay. Right, let's get.
Affirmative, you are clear to land.
Now, somebody on the chat the other week basically said they had the thing for the landing lady, so there she is. Very, very low resolution landing lady. Just don't alt delete the ship you're escorting. That would be bad, wouldn't it? Look at those graphics. I mean, it's insanely good. Right, okay, so let's see what Paladins. So that's quite cool. Like that. Okay, what happened out there, Drew? Well, you wouldn't believe it. Guess what? Hobbs came up empty. It's because I zapped all the enemy out of existence. Okay, so what do I do? Save. I want to save a personnel file. I don't want to load, I want to save. Are you sure? Yes. I want to be Squirrel 2. Right, 10 missions, that's better. Okay, so let's find out what is going on. Right, what kind of vest is that? What's he wearing? That Kelrathy drink, I haven't tried that in years. Have a glass, Drew. It's really helped me loosen up. What's he wearing? Seems you've had a good tour of duty, lad. The years haven't been kind to you either, sir. You stop still flying. If it gets really tough, I can always use a co-pilot on the Bonnie Heather. Here he's seen better days as Paladin, hasn't he? Thanks, I'd like to stay here. I'm hoping Angel can get me a permanent transfer away from Admiral Tolwyn. She's a good lass, that one. Beautiful too. Oh, I hadn't noticed. Yes, you had. Yes, you had. By the way, did you hear about Maniac? Oh, what's happened to Maniac? Saved an entire strike fleet in the Deneb sector, he did. So he's a damned hero. Some say Todd used a brilliant tactic to force two Ralphie to collide. Relatha. And others are saying he was flying on autopilot at the time. Well, that's the last for now. I have to talk with the Admiral soon. You might want to change that shirt, sir. Arquettes are small matter, not of import. Oh, so it's a big matter then. Something about me. I'll be staying aboard for a few days. We'll talk again later, Drew. Oh, dear. Good to see you again, James. Well, but he talks like that. And you, lad. That shirt. What? Maniac saved the day. He must have cheated as well. Oh, well, we've got third person now. It looks like we're in for a scrap. My agents on Gora Kar tell me the Empire's preparing to retake the system. Whether it's true, I cannot say for sure. My Scottish accent's not very good at the point. But we have figured out what destroyed manufacturing site was. What? Oh, we haven't decided what that destroyed manufacturing site was. The Kilrathi thought it was important enough to destroy when they retreated. I want you to continue investigating that, James. Jeff, there's something else. Oh, here we go. This is the not very important thing. Is he called Jeff? Jeff Tolwyn. I want you to give Squirrel a fair shake. He's a fine pilot and a good soldier. I disagree. You can't depend upon him. Ask anyone who served on the Tiger's Claw. Bum, bum, bum. If they can find any of them. They're rather scarce these days. I served on the Claw, Jeff. Jeff, you got him figured all wrong. Jeff Tolwyn. In my line of work, you cannot size up a man's character. You didn't last long. Your line of work, James. Treachery is part of the course. Ow! Who's the Kilrathi here? I was an officer like yourself until a few years ago, Admiral. Now I've got this shirt. And I've served you well since then. You wouldn't have captured Gora Kar without me and Raka. If you trusted me then, and you did, then trust me now. Squirrel isn't the enemy. You'll have to prove that to me, James. You better can't, because you wouldn't give me a fair chance, would you crazed Admiral? Dear. Lovely. Right, fly the mission. What happens next? The bridge. As you've requested, Colonel Raugo, I have a consequential assignment for you. Oh, it's the Admiral. Thank you, Raugo. Says the cat. Your knowledge of Gora Kar has proved useful, Raugo. But despite the rebellion, the Kilrathi are trying to take back the system. It's like Gone with the Wind. Rebellion? Question mark. I was on Gora Kar when the local Kilrathi rebelled against the Empire and joined the Confederation. Oh, okay, so there was a whole bunch of local Kilrathi. I had some small part in the action. Obviously a big part that we won't play down. The Olympus space station near Gora Kar is currently under attack. While we're chatting here, people are dying. You and your wingman are to escort 2 broadswords on an intercept mission. You will be flying rapiers. Sounds like a half-decent ship for once. The strength of the attacking force. Almost overwhelming. An intermediate number of corvettes and enemy fighters. Loads then. I think Paladin's shirt can stand to be a bit more noticeable. People a couple of systems over got quite sick. We lost communication shortly after we received a distress call. But there's no urgency, I'm still chattering away. Once the enemy is destroyed, report to Olympus Station for debriefing. Okay. You will rendezvous with the broadsword wing at the nav point. At the nav point. Waiting for the ushers to come in with the tubs of ice cream. They're currently guarding a Clydesdale minesweeper. A system if the minesweeper is under attack. The chances of the minesweeper not being under attack? And finally, Raugo, if you won't accept my recommendation that you select another wingman, because I'm definitely giving Squirrel a fair chance, then I urge you to certainly watch your back. Wagar Actually, there's some previous though I have shot Ralga down a few times. It's a trap. Amble, I must disagree. To question Squirrel's courage. Is standard procedure these days, Ralga, as you were. Ooh, wow. He really doesn't like me, does he? Love it. Yes, sir. What? The Concordia. Oh, hang on, the red alert light's just gone off. Launch immediately, pilots. Well, at least he's got some idea. Right, everybody on board. Sounds like we're under attack. I'm going to be the hero of defending the TCS Concordia. Here we go. Back in the rapier. Is that the heavy one that we've been flying? The Admiral is definitely a bit candy. It's a rank cinema. Oh yeah, what with the... I should do that as a cutscene.
Your ratty ships ahead.
No, most people won't know what I'm talking about. Well, some of you definitely will. Yeah, the what was that? Pearl and Dean. Pearl and Dean presents the commercials. Let's have some full guns. Come on. The nice thing is, if I get bored of the combat, I can just will the enemy ships out of existence now, which is a power I obviously won't abuse at all. I genuinely got that one.
Very impressive, sir.
Very impressive. I know. Oh, someone else died. They're just dropping. They're just scared of us now. Oh, this one's one of the fast ones. He's going to just. Poof. I mostly remember broadswords from Privateer. They were essentially stationary targets and didn't last long if the cat showed up. Have fun us scouting them. Okay. Ah, dear. There we are. Okay, so presumably that's the one of the broadswords. Oh, I think I just just read it. Oops.
Your ratty ships ahead.
Right, go get them, Hobbs. Where are they? Oh, there.
Of course, sir.
Ah, they've done it again. Just even the odds a bit. It's revenge, that's all it is.
Nailed that capital ship.
Oh, there's only one left now. Should be able to deal with that. Come on, Hobbs, where are you?
Of course, sir. We cannot remain here, sir.
Why not? Well, the interesting thing in this game is you're always outnumbered about 3 to 1. Alright, I've got some. I have got a pile and fire and forget. Let's see how useful that is. It's off. Looks like Hobbs got hit. That wasn't me. Yay! Olympus Station, the Gora car system. Olympus Station, do you copy? This is Squirrel of the Concordia. Just remember, the game thinks you're a flying god now. Olympus, yeah, Squirrel. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. We've engaged a task force en route to Olympus Station. We have indeed. The entire Kilrathi strike force has been destroyed because we're so awesome. I wasted 5. Not bad, your wingman. Hobbs didn't get any kills this time out because he hasn't got the magic gun. We're transmitting the ALS Delta now. There you go. Oh, that was quick. 1, 2, 3 mark. No, 3, 2, 1 mark even. Dun, 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 dun. Glad you made it, sir. Oh, my ship's still got holes in it. Look at that. Okay, view the storyline. Right, probably need to save again. So let's save a personnel file. Let's save it under Squirrel 2. Back to the action. The Admiral's attitude towards you offends me, Squirrel. Oh, look, Hobbs is actually standing up for me. Perhaps if he flew a mission with you, his opinion would change. The Admiral told me to be in the cockpit for a long time. It's hard for some people to change their opinions. Like me. I was the same way you drew. I hated all humans until I saw the truth. And abandoned everything I believed in to rescue human. Oh, we got the backstory. Excellent. Downtown. I could not stand by and watch a kill him. A kill What you must have done for him. Okay, so this is my redemption moment, but nothing to do less would have been a stain upon my honour. The existence of human slaves is a shame to the Empire. I like Hobbs. Hobbs is good. That's why I joined the Confederation to fight against my own kind. But enough of that. We must prepare for our return to the Concordia. Well, we just got here, haven't we? Since we are covering the main jump line in the system, we must be on our toes. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, right, so just remember, the game thinks you're a flying god now, so we'll be adjusting the enemy AI upwards accordingly. Nothing to sniff at. Maybe the station will have a bar. No, still no bar. Where did the space bar go? I feel right at home sitting here watching someone play dad games. Right. Fly the mission. Presumably back to the TCS Concordia. Captain Wago, report to the flight deck for immediate launch. Okay. Well, dramatic music. Baylor's just back from the stores. We're still here, Baylor. We're still slowly making progress. No bar, no drink, no milk for Hobbs. What's the matter? Is this a space game or what? Prepare to engage autopilot for Concordia, and remember, Squirrel, if we wind up in combat, I want you to take command. Because we haven't implemented me as the leader. Roger, Hobbs. I'll engage autopilot. Hobbs, Squirrel, do you copy? Olympus is under attack by drought. We've only just left. Hobbs and I will take him, Olympus. Don't you worry. Thank you, Squirrel. Right, 180 degrees about. Don't thank us until we get the job done, Olympus. Because we failed before.
Kilrathi ships ahead.
Well, actually, Kilrathi ships behind, I think you'll find, Hobbs. But, right, you get out there and...
Of course, sir.
Do some attacking. Let's even the odds a little bit, because it's just unfair otherwise. Hello. Right. Oh, watch out for the station.
May I attack, sir?
Of course you can, I told you to.
Of course, sir.
There's a massive big space station in the way as well. All guns. Green particle cannons, red particle cannons. Don't hit the space station, Drew. I like the way the space station is actually implemented in the game, though. That's quite cool. Right, heat-seeking missiles. Javelin heat-seeker. I was dead now. Oh, there's some more. Where did they come from? I don't mind having a fusion point, but... I told you I would abuse that power.
Glad to see you, sir.
Did we do it? I think we did. Oh, now we're back to the TCS Concordia. Excellent.
Affirmative, you are clear to land.
Slow down a bit. Yay. Heroes, back in time for tea and crumpets. The traitor that betrayed his own race can't possibly be a traitor, can he? Chocolate oat milk for all in chat. Yes. How badly damages my ship? Oh, little tugs that move the ships about. Those are quite cool. Heard you had a little delay on your trip home, Squirrel. Steered my ship. Furballs made a try for the Olympus. It was a tough fight. Well, it wasn't actually. Where is Hobbs? Admiral requested his presence on the bridge. Probably paperwork. He's not very smart, me, in the game, is he? How did you do? I toasted 5. I can't use that word in the kids' game. And Hobbs nailed one of them. All in all, he's not too bad. Not bad for a cat. Just so you know, everyone thinks Hobbs saved the space station, not you. Can't say I'm surprised. Don't sweat it, Captain. You did alright. By the way, Paladin's looking for you. I think he's in the barracks. Why isn't he in the space bar? Thanks, Sparks. I'll find him. We really are. Meanwhile. Oh. Super animated.
I have new
Oh, this is
orders
up
for your squadron, Khazra. You are now assigned to a single task, the destruction of the Concordia.
Will you lead us into battle, cousin?
I cannot. The Emperor has ordered me to the Imperial Palace.
You are our finest warrior, my prince, but it's been many months since you led us into battle.
My grandfather will not allow.
Your grandfather is old and weak.
You speak treason, Khazra.
No, I speak to the next Emperor of Kilra. You are our future, Prince Thraka.
It will be many years before I attain the throne, cousin.
Perhaps not so long as that, my prince.
Bum, bum, bum. Awesome. Right, okay, so that was a cutscene on the planet Kilra. They're about to attack the DCS Concordia. Presumably using those weird cloak ships that only I have seen. And I'm about to save the day. What do you reckon? I'll get you Inspector Gadget. It's pretty good voice acting. Quite like that. Right, let's see what happens next. Next, suited up and ready for launch, Squirrel. Oh, always me. As soon as you tell me what's up, Angel, just tell me where I've got to go. The Kilrathi have fallen back from Gorokar, and we follow them here to Novaya Kiev. But we're going to cook a chicken. They've retreated from the system as well, allowing us to retake it. Oh, we're actually winning for a change. We are fortunate that even so, we detect a few enemy vessels. You'll be going after a supply depot on the far side of Novaya Kiev. We think the Kilrathi plan to use it as a refueling station on the next advance. So lots of fuel and a fuel station that goes boom, presumably. You'll fly a broadsword. Doomsday will be on your wing. Wonderful. I can give this assignment to Jazz if you prefer, Squirrel. No, that'll be fine. I'll fly it. Chicken Kiev. I like Chicken Kiev. First you'll proceed to the jump point on your nav map and jump across the system. There you'll rendezvous with one of our tankers and refuel. Okay. From there, continue to the supply depot. It should be undefended, an easy target. Yeah, right. Your nav computer will have the complete data. Got it, Angel. Doomsday and your gunnery crew are awaited on the flight. Okay, so the Doomsday thing can do cool stuff. Bon chance, mon ami. Okay, so this is the... Okay, so this has got additional guns. How do I operate those? Is it going to teach me how to do that? Okay, so how do I use the onboard fighter dudes? Okay, so what? Hang on. Okay, so what have I got? I've got mass driver guns. That's all I've got. I've got a chaff pod torpedoes. Torpedoes, yes. And pile them, fire and forget. Okay, and just got forward-facing mass drivers, as far as I can tell. Is that my gun? It has got side gunny things on the displays. How do I use them? Do they automatically fire? I don't know. Does anybody know? Tell me in the chat. F2, F3 and F4 allows you to take command, otherwise you have the turret gun as you fire automatically. Awesome. That sounds quite cool. Reach the jump point. Okay. New objective is the jump point. How do I get to the jump point then? Okay. Supply depot. Proceed and jump sequence. I want to go there then. Right? Why? I don't have a target. I'm confused. What do I do? New objective. Supply depot. Concordia, that's the home base. Oh, I've got to fly over there, I'm guessing. There we go, right. That was a bit weird. Broadsword is either the heaviest fighter in the fleet or the smallest capital ship. Okay, so that's quite cool. So we've just got forward-facing guns, but I've also got side gunners. I quite like that idea. Okay, so I'm already near the objective. Right, so already visited. So how do I jump then? It's not, the autopilot doesn't engage. I don't know what to do. Those are the views. That's quite cool. But how do I jump? But there's nowhere to jump to. There's nothing on the scanner to. So I'm there. There's the supply depot. It just says range out of system. So presumably I need to jump, but do you know? What do I do? All I can do is navigation. So I'm currently there. I want to go there, I think. That's what I want to do. It just says range out of system. I don't know how to fly there. On my own fighters. I'm confused now. There's the jump point, but we've got that, and we've been there. Doesn't seem to be targeting the next thing. Does anybody know what's going on? Because when I get here, it says I've been there. It says destination jump point. Back when games were games and you had to figure it out for yourself. Yeah. So it's just going to say, right, already visited. Right, so now it's targeted the next one. It just says range out of system. I haven't even got there's no boost on the ship either. Wait, J for jump? Ah, J for jump. Well done. Yeah, well done, Alicat. J for jump. Why didn't I think of that? That's new. I don't think the J isn't on the Wing Commander 1 list of commands. So there we go. Okay, so that was cool. Well done. Right, now we can get on with the mission. So we're almost there. This is the jump point. Okay. Right, and there's the supply depot over there. Autopilot to it. There we go. Yeah, J for jump. I mean, well, yeah, J for jump.
We're
I mean,
in trouble now.
Okay, Doomsday.
Affirmative, sir.
He's a bit down thing, isn't Oh, I've got a targeting reticle. Ooh, that's new. That's so helpful as well. Such a slow ship, it's not going to be very good use, but... You can just aim that thing. Don't want too many baddies around. Right, where are the other ones? Okay, what's that? Is that the torpedoes armed? I've got to find the torpedoes over there. Really? Let's just unlock this target. Why would it be up there?
One capital
torpedo
ship
need to lock.
down.
I don't know why they need lock. How do they lock on target? Let's find out again. Just need lock, so lock. Okay, it's locking.
One capital
It's-
ship down.
Oh, we got it. Well done, dude. I didn't even get a chance to fire the torpedoes. The torps take ages to lock. I didn't realise what that was.
Now.
Yeah, I know. He's very depressed, isn't he?
Affirmative, sir.
Affirmative, sir. Right, let's get... Is that a... Right. Torpedoes. Looking on target. Can't go any faster.
Maybe we'll survive this after all.
Come on, lock on target. How long does this take? No. Don't do that way. Let's try that again. Okay, I'll zap through to that point. Now I know how to do it. Even with the cheat modes, I still die. That's how good I am. Pray in the size of a planet and you got me killing. I know, he does sound like Marvin, doesn't he? All the doors on this spaceship have a cheerful and sunny disposition. Ah, dear. So we've obviously got to take down the fighters before we try and do a run on the big ships. That's good. That's good military tactics, to be fair. So I think that's okay. I'll go with that. Oh, we've got 2 targets. Nice galaxy there.
We're in trouble now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Affirmative, sir.
Boom. Boom. Let's get rid of a few of those bad dudes.
I hate it when you do that.
I hate it when you do that. Right, that's a capital ship, right? Torpedoes.
Maybe we'll survive this after all.
You've got to stay locked on top. How are you supposed to dodge this then? If you're trying to... That's just insane. Length of time you need to take to lock the torpedoes on target. That is just mad. Torpedoes away.
One capital ship down.
He's so down on the world, isn't he? One capital ship gone. He's
We're
like
in
cross between
trouble
Marvin
now.
and Winnie. What's the guy from Winnie the Pooh? The donkey. No. What's his name? Eeyore. These guys. Bloody patience, right. Right, so this is, I'm supposed to be able to target this. Something's still shooting. It's still able to shoot me. How is it able to do that from this range? It's just insane levels of. When you lose your target lock, you've got to start again. It's just mad.
I'm going to die any minute now.
Another dead ape. Another dead ape.
Oh, man. I'm in trouble here, so I'm just going to bolt the link way out of trouble here. Right, there we go. Hopefully it's undefended now. Did I just kill gold thingamajig? Oh, Wago, we're reading a distress beacon. What's your situation? Well, wingman ejected. Search and rescue is on the way. Continue your mission alone. Okay. Affirmative. Wago out. Nice cutscene there. Did we get the... No, that's just the chaff board. There we go. Oh well, obviously I'm going to be a hero, surely. No, maybe not. Oh, there's somebody there. Oh, that's the refueling station, isn't it? So presumably I've got to go there and refuel. Okay, so how do I refuel? I just fly up to it? Not sure what I do there. Let's go to that objective point. Try the chaff bob before you start the attack run. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Right, objective reached. Now what do I do? Jump point. J. Try the chaff bod. Yeah, in the broadsword you can pick up your objective wingman using the rear turret view and the tractor beam. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, then we're back home. Tea and crumpets. Hey, we only lost one wingman. It's okay. This is the great granddad of stars. Yes, there's Andrew. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Too fast. Comms. Right. Request landing. There we go. Always request landing. What did I do? Funny how Squirrel always comes back, but none of the wingmen do. Welcome back, sir. Angel wants to see you in her office. Colonel Devereux's office on the TCS Concordia. Bum, bum, bum. Welcome back, messieurs. Oh, he's okay. Excellent. Doomsday, I see you survived your little float in space. I will speak to you later about the ship that you lost. You're in trouble. Please give me your report. Ran into a couple of Kilrathi tankers. They're both history. Then we moved on to the depot. Wasn't much of a challenge, other than Doomsday got ejected and damaged and killed almost. I see you destroyed 10 of those enemy fighters, Squirrel, single-handedly, because I'm awesome. And Doomsday got one. Oh, good for Doomsday, despite me having an ultimate weapon. I'm surprised we survived this, Mom. Wouldn't have made it without Squirrel. You were very lucky, Doomsday. We lost one of the younger pilots today. Stingray's wingman Dallas didn't make it home. I know you feel you've got something to prove, Squirrel. What? I do not wish you to lose any more pilots. Well, true, yeah. You're dismissed, gentlemen. So, despite single-handedly saving the day... ah, dear. It's quite funny. Right, my friends, it is time, I think, to stop there. We will resume the story of Wing Commander 2 next week. 13 missions achieved. I did 8 the previous time. Poor old Dallas. Yeah, I know it's not good, is it? Still no space bar. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, hang on. I don't want to go to there yet. That's next week's mission. Right, so we'll carry on next week. See where we go. Now, a point of order for the retro stream. I am going to move it slightly. I am going to be moving it. I'm going to be moving it earlier on Saturday, so you might have to get up a little bit earlier. Apologies for this. The reason it was in the afternoon on Saturdays is a bit historical. Partly because years ago, about 18 months ago, I was doing something for, I think it was LaveCon or Elite Week or something like that. I can't remember. We started this retro playthrough of games, starting with ZX Spectrum Elite, and it wasn't supposed to be a long series, but 18 months later we're still doing it, or maybe even 2 years. I can't remember how long we've been doing these retro streams now, but it's a long time, and it was in the afternoon because that's when they kicked off, and I had stuff to do in the morning, which was mostly running my kids around, to various clubs and stuff. Okay, so to cut a long story short, the TLDR is I'm going to move this stream to the morning on Saturdays rather than the afternoon. So it'll start at 10 o'clock and go to 12 rather than 1 o'clock to 3. So basically, if we need to go out in the afternoon, I can go out in the afternoon and do other things, which won't stop the stream from happening, because you probably noticed the Saturday stream gets interrupted quite a lot because stuff is happening in the Waygar household. So this will avoid some of that stuff happening. So apologies, some of you will have to get up earlier. If you can't watch it live because of time zones, apologies for that, because that means you'll have to catch it on YouTube after, which is apologies for that if you're in different countries. But it's just going to make my weekends a bit more flexible. So that's where it's going to be in the future, starting from next week. So a few little changes around for that. So hopefully that won't disturb you too much. And obviously I do capture them for YouTube afterwards if you want to catch up there. So that's where it will be next week. I will see how that goes. And that will just give me a bit more flexibility for my Saturdays. So until then, Retro Commanders, too early for... Well, you can have waffles for breakfast. Waffles with maple syrup for breakfast is definitely a thing. So we'll do that. Back on Monday, obviously, for more sci-fi fantasy discussion, and back on Thursday for more No Man's Sky. So I'll see you there, Retro Commanders. Be good and take it easy until we meet again. See you soon, my friends. Bye now.